Well, September's begun, and you all voted on the theme for the month, and you decided out of the 5 choices that you wanted to focus on macronutrients, carbs, proteins, and fats. And I believe the information you're looking for is how do we put these things together? How do we eat? How much are we supposed to have? So that's what we're going to be focused on. So you can read more in this article here, but I thought I'd come on and just talk to you a little bit more about how we go about doing that. There's just so many factors that go into, macronutrients, how you put a meal together, especially carbohydrates, and in what order you do those things throughout the day. So there's so many factors that go into it. First of all, our age, pre, peri, or postmenopausal stage. And do you have any conditions like a diabetes or a PCOS? Because those will cause insulin resistance, and some people will do better with carbs and other people won't. Or, we look at our younger girls or daughters, and we see the kind of carbohydrates they eat, and boy, no effect on them. So we need to take all those things into consideration, and including what kind of movement we have in the day. What does our day look like? What does our job look like? Are we standing all day? Are we sitting all day, moving? Do we have outside movement later in the day through exercise or walking? All those things come into play in terms of the type of energy we need, in forms of carbohydrates. If we need quick energy, carbs are the way to go. If we need sustained energy, protein and fats are more the way to go. Now, I'm never going to tell you to cut out any one macronutrient. We need them all. We also need micronutrients, and we'll focus on those a little bit too as we talk about how do we put together a good quality meal. So, what's your goal? Is it weight maintenance? Is it losing weight? Is it just not having that afternoon slump that you feel? And what and how we eat, what order we eat has so much to do with that, including our monthly cycle. Whether you are peri or postmenopausal, you still have a monthly cycle. Even if you're not menstruating, you still have a cycle. And we want to eat to support the hormones that are rising and falling in the different phases throughout the month. So we're going to need to figure that out for each individual as well. Then, we're taking all these things into consideration so that we know how to eat and put together a good quality meal, the right balance, if you will, of macronutrient. And when I say balance, it's not always, an equal balance of those 3 things. And depending on these other factors that I listed, that's how you're going to put together your meal. And maybe earlier in the day, if you have more movement, you're going to want to have a different balance than at dinner time. So we're going to get into all of it. I've put a lot of information into this article, but I thought it just made more sense to come on and record a short video for you. I'm also going to put together a challenge for those who like to join in our daily challenges. And that's a great way to learn every day, because I don't want to keep coming at you with articles every single day, because I know it can be overwhelming. I don't want this to be a job for you. I want this to be your community where you come to learn and to support one another and to learn from one another. So I'll be putting out polls and questions on Wednesdays and Thursdays, articles on Tuesdays, and we're going to try to stick to those 3 days for the polls, questions, articles. You can come in daily for the challenges, or I'm still putting together the challenge. So it may be like a 5-day challenge that we're doing something during the week as opposed to weekends when I know we get busy again. But at least we set up good habits during the week that can sustain you for over the weekend. So look for the notifications, but down below underneath in this comment section, please tell me, what are you confused about? What do you want to learn more about? Sometimes I'm coming at it from, my frame of reference and what I know, and I don't always know what you're thinking or what you need to know or what your questions are. So comment below. Also, let me know if you're going to participate in next week's challenge. I'm going to try to run 3 challenges over the next 3 weeks in September. And again, you can come into those daily or as often as you can so that you can learn a little bit every day and put all of this into practice.